Ask anyone where to go for a naked holiday in Europe, and Corsica comes up again and again. The island has 4 dedicated clothes-free resorts, and they are for very different kinds of holidays. One is built around one of the most beautiful nude beaches in the Mediterranean. One has a wellness center that can keep you busy for days. One is so full of activities, it barely feels like a campground. And one has nothing to do with the beach at all. Welcome to Corsica. The thing that makes Corsica special isn't just that it has clothes-free resorts, it's that the 4 it has are genuinely different from each other. You're not choosing between slight variations of the same experience. You're choosing between 4 very distinct ways to spend a holiday. The most natural place to start is with the beach, so that means we're taking you to Bagheera first. Bagheera is located on the eastern coast, and the nude beach in front of it stretches for several kilometers. It's warm, it's calm, and if your idea of a perfect morning is a long barefoot walk along the shoreline with nothing on, this is one of the best places in the Mediterranean to do exactly that. The resort itself is inside a thick eucalyptus forest, which gives the whole place a beautiful green character. When you're standing on the sand and looking back at it, trees right at the water's edge, mountains framing the background, it almost looks like a painting. The rhythm here follows the water. Beach bar for lunch, cliff restaurant with sea views for dinner, aqua gym in the sea if you feel like it in the morning. It's not a place that tries to overwhelm you with things to do. It's a place that's very good at being a beautiful, relaxed beach holiday and doesn't complicate it. Not far up the coast, also on the eastern side, Riva Bella also has a nude beach, but for a lot of guests, that beach ends up being almost secondary. Because Riva Bella has a thalasso center, seawater circuit, hydromassage jets, a full menu of spa treatments. The kind of place you walk into thinking you'll spend an hour and come out 3 hours later feeling completely reset. If you've ever wanted to combine a nude beach holiday with a serious wellness experience, this is the most obvious answer on the island. Then there are walking trails through the coastal landscape, there are flamingos and llamas, and plenty activities to keep you busy for days. For weeks probably. And then there are 2 more resorts, but before we're getting there, I just want to mention that there is now also the Destination Clothes Free website where you can read about all the wonderful places in these videos. We've been building out destination guides, beach guides, resort overviews, and tips for visitors with all experience levels. Whether you're just getting curious about this kind of travel or you've been doing it for years, there's something useful there for you. Now over to the 3rd resort on Corsica's eastern coast. Chiappa is on the southeast tip of the island, tucked into a sheltered bay on the edge of the Bonifacio protected area. And where Bagheera and Riva Bella both built their identity around the beach, Chiappa turns that around. Here, the activities are the point. The beach is what you come back to after. On the surface, it looks like a fairly standard resort, but then you keep looking. A dive center right on the protected marine zone, a horse ranch with riding trails into the surrounding nature, a water sports school covering everything from paddleboarding to catamaran sailing, yoga, pottery, sports courts, and I haven't even mentioned the hiking trail from the camping site of the resort that leads to one of the most picturesque beaches on the island. If you're not into salty water, Chiappa doesn't just have a swimming pool, it has 2 of them. The resort covers 67 hectares, big enough that it never really feels crowded, and most people come away wishing they'd booked more days. It works especially well for families or groups where people want completely different things. One person goes diving, another goes horse riding, and the one who just wanted a sun lounger is equally happy. Everyone ends up at the restaurant in the evening. Many conversations about clothes-free holidays on this island naturally gravitate toward the beach. The coastline here is exceptional, and all three resorts I've just described are built around it. But then there is U Furu, a reminder that Corsica is much more than its beaches. U Furu is an inland campsite. No sea, no beach. Instead, it sits in the hills near Porto Vecchio, surrounded by mountains and forest, and a spectacular mountain river runs straight through the property. The hiking trail along the river, where you can hike completely naked, stopping at natural pools and waterfalls along the way, is one of the highlights of this resort and a reason why people pass by here. Ufuru is small compared to the others, 50 pitches, 12 stone bungalows. That intimacy is part of what makes it work. No crowds, no rush. You're there for the nature, and the nature delivers. So where does all of that leave you? At Bagheera, if you want a beautiful setting and a beach, you never have to leave. At Riva Bella, if you want that beach, plus a wellness center, wildlife, and a lot more layered on top. At Chiappa, if activities matter as much as the beach. Or at Ufuru, if you want something closer to an adventure in nature. But here's the thing, these four resorts are so different from each other that they really don't compete. They complement each other. And if you ask people who've done the full Corsica circuit and visited all four, the answer is almost always the same. Just visit all of them. Maybe not in one trip, but over time. Because together, they add up to something no single resort can give you on its own. Thanks for exploring Corsica with me. If you want more clothes-free travel inspiration, hit subscribe and make sure to check out our website. Give this video a like if it was helpful, and we see you in the next one.